there's about 2 to 3 fairy thoughts making a full circle around us this moment. Black and white light, full circle. You ready?
Hello, folks. Hello and welcome. My name is Anthony Kerrigan, and this evening we're joined by JP, Kymmi, Snow and Pebble from the Occult Family. Hope you're all keeping well. Can you hear me there, folks?
Hey, yeah, we can. You okay?
Oh, perfect there. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan says hi from Fermanagh. Hi, Jonathan. Hope you're keeping well. So yes, tonight, folks, we're going to be talking to the Occult Family about themselves, the Occult Family. The second subject of the evening is going to be My Haunted Hotel. This is a location, a hotel in Chester, in Cheshire, in UK, where my Occult Family investigated it in recent weeks. We're going to be talking to them about that. For the final subject of the evening, we're going to be talking about the occult room artifacts, which is, are you currently in your occult room now at the moment, are you, folks?
Right there, yeah. Right behind us.
It's not the back in the lobby or somewhere as in underneath the stairs. I don't know. We'll come to that finally. It's not the conservatory anyway, but it might be. I don't know. But we're going to be talking to JP, Kymmi, Snow, and Pebble about that as well. So, folks, if you want to contact the page or you have any questions, feel free to put your questions on this live post. If you've got a private message, just go to our website, go to the contact page, fill in the blanks. If you have a private message, just put in brackets private message. You can also watch the show by pressing the GhostÉire Channel, the red button on our website. That will link you in live to this show. Also, you can catch up on past shows and what is coming up in the future. If you're affiliated with any paranormal team or any tourist attraction, feel free to name the group and the organization, put it in brackets, and we'll give a shout out to you there. Jonathan, Mary says, hi, Mary. Mary from Back in Time. How you doing, Mary? How you doing, sis? Hope you're keeping well.
Hi.
So we're going to be going talking about the first subject there, folks. So it's going to be about the occult family. So I just point out there, Snow is on the left, JP's next to her there in the middle, and then Kymmi, and then Pebble. So first of all, I'll just get the first question there, JP and Kymmi. Probably JP can answer it first. What got you both interested in the paranormal?
Okay, see what's going on.
Oh yeah, so we've got some equipment going off behind us with the artefacts. Sorry, yeah, so we've always been interested in the paranormal. I've always been loved the horror, loved the ghost hunting, always been fascinated by it.
Happy.
Yeah, I've always been intrigued by it, but I was a skeptical person about it when we first started, wasn't I? So yeah, I came into this world as a skeptic, and obviously I still do use my skepticism as and when we ghost hunt as well.
And so we'll go to you first there, Snow and Pebble there, you know. Can you, obviously you both see stuff as well? You've come along to a few of the investigations with JP and Kymmi. Can you tell us, do you sense stuff yourself there, Snow?
Yeah. I don't know. I can just see it, and like when I'm just like watching my iPad in my bed, I can just see something behind my iPad. I'm like, I'm trying to get to bed. I go to sleep.
And Pebble, do you sense the same thing? How do you sense? How do you get see these spirits?
Actually never thought about that. So I'm just like chilling, playing with the Barbies. I'm my best friend, yeah. And then randomly, I see like a shadow.
Okay. So yeah, it's and what do your friends think about it there, Snow? Come to you first, Snow. What do your friends think about what you do?
I think they really like it. Well, they've said that they really like it because some of them said that they really want like an occult family top.
We're gonna start selling merch. No,
I think they think you're cool, don't they?
Yeah.
Your friends at school think you're cool. Weirdly cool.
And my other friend said that she really wants to do it with us.
Okay, and I suppose it's still changed since probably when I was growing up. There, you know, there's more opportunity for this as well. I suppose thanks to the social media there, it broadens people's mind as well. You know, Pebble, what do your friends think about it as well?
My friends don't really talk about it much.
Well, what about you? Because obviously they have YouTube. They're on, you know, kids with YouTube. So your friends are always like, "Oh my God, you're a YouTube star," because she's on YouTube.
One of my friends went to like one of my parties, and then one of my friends were like, "Can I join your family?"
Join your family.
And so I suppose to go back to yourself, JP and Kymmi there. I know that it's probably the school. I don't know, but like I've got kids myself there. I'm just wondering how the school teachers would react. Did they know what you do? Do you reckon they know what you do?
Yeah. So when we first started, it was a bit like, oh, what's the head teacher going to say? What's the parents going to say? Because obviously we're in respectable roles. But I tell you now, half the parents follow us on Facebook and stuff like that. They love it, don't they?
Yeah, they love it. Even the parents of the school that we work at, you know, we'll give them a call about the child, and they'll be like, no, I don't want to hear about my child. I want to hear about what you guys are doing, because the other day I watched your video, and you know, how was it? And yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? We've had a really, really great response from people. Kids
in class, when you're trying to teach, it's trying to go like, guys, we've got to start learning. They don't want to know. They're like, oh, we watched your live the other day. We watched this. It's like, no, guys, we've got to learn today. But no, we really well received.
Yeah.
And so, what did the neighbours think as well? Because you know, I suppose there's different from the school, and then there's different then with the neighbours. Then, what did they?
So we've only lived in this house for just under 2 years.
Just under
2 years. So we live in a new build estate, and obviously when we drove our hearse onto the new estate as our family car onto the drive, people were a bit like, because it was around Halloween time, so I think the neighbours might have just thought it was for a Halloween prop.
Yeah, one of them said, "Oh, we've got a spooky car for Halloween," And we said, oh no, this isn't for Halloween.
This is our car.
This is for life. A hearse for life. But yeah, they love it. They absolutely love it. So yeah, they follow us as well.
Well, some of the neighbours' kids have actually been on some of our kid events.
Hmm.
So yeah, they love it. Well, we hope you love it. So.
And like I was saying, as you said, you do kid events as well. I've seen the videos you've done there, and I like to say that, you know, it's Snow and Pebble. They're very mature, and you have a lot of respect, and they're very patient, which is very, very so much gratitude to you, you know. And I wouldn't know anybody as well, like in the adult form, you know, in the adult world, that would be as mature and patient as you are, Snow and Pebble there, you know. So I'm just going back to what the family think then. I know that the close family, if there's any other close family and extended family, do they have any, are they set in their ways like religiously as well, you know?
So my dad and his mum and dad, they grew up Catholic. My dad went to a Catholic school. I wouldn't say my dad's a practicing Catholic.
No.
No, not at all. But when we first started, my mum believed she can contact a few spirits herself, she says, when she was younger. But my dad was a bit like, oh, what are you doing that sometimes? Like, he didn't believe. I don't think he wanted to believe, but he come on an event, didn't he? A few weeks ago, and we turned him. After we seen that Ouija board, my dad was like, oh my God. But yeah, they're very supportive parents.
Yeah,
very supportive.
My parents are really, really supportive. My parents aren't religious, but even if they were, they'd be supportive because they're very open-minded people. Both of my parents skeptic. I come from that type of background. My mum's been on a couple of ghost hunts with us, and she's seen things that she can't explain, she can't debunk, and she wants more as well. My dad's yet to come, but he's seen, you know, all our videos, and he's like, wow, and you know, he trusts us, and they love it, don't they?
Because we come from we did different things. So Kim was a therapist, I did football refereeing and teachers and work in schools. We kind of changed, our life changed over just under 2 years. We didn't expect to be doing this.
No.
But 2 years ago, our life just kind of flipped upside down, and this is the journey we've gone on.
And we're following that journey, we're going with it, and we absolutely love it. And it's amazing, there's more out there than meets the eye, and we just want to educate people that it's not woohoo, basically, because it's very, very real. We don't exactly know what it is, but there's something. Yeah. There's more out there to what we know as a collective.
I just got a few more shout outs because I've got a couple of questions here before I carry on my questions. Derek says, hi, Derek's from GhostÉire. Hi guys, how you all? How you doing, Derek? You'll see him soon in the competition. He's actually the monk that's going to come out the door. Stephen Kelly says, hello. How you doing, Stephen? Do you know Stephen?
Stephen?
Yeah, Steve. Oh no. Anyway, you know him now. Anyway, Joanne says good evening there. Mary says, I think she says here, it's great when you can not only talk amongst yourselves about all things paranormal, but to have interested friends and neighbours. It's awesome there. So as we were saying about the grandparents there, and I suppose they're more willing because I suppose there's no more greater wrath than the grandparent there that's going to tell you off for doing what you're doing there, you know. But also, can you what made you come up with the name? What made you come up with the name of the occult? Because obviously it's going to attract a lot of attention that way.
Well, that's exactly why we came up with the occult. And the occult covers everything and is exploring the hidden. And I think people get it so wrong. People think it's
a cult. Yeah.
And we're not an occult. We're exploring the hidden. So the story behind, we were driving home from 30 East Drive, weren't we? Yeah.
A really haunted location.
The first ever ghost hunt we went with. I think we went with Haunted Happenings, actually.
We did, yeah.
Big shout out to Haunted Happenings because they're really
So
cool.
we're driving and we're like, we really enjoy this. Let's make a little Instagram page or Facebook page. What can we call ourselves? But we didn't want to pigeonhole ourselves just, ghost hunting. So we're like, what covers the whole thing? So we actually were called at first the Occult Studies. That's what we called ourselves first because we like to study the occult. And then obviously our two young ladies there wanted to join in, so we become the Occult Family.
So we did 3 ghost hunts with other companies, and then we decided to set up our own.
Yeah.
After only being with other people 3 times, and we went round to have a look at the venues, and we went to the 4 Crosses, being the first one, to have a look around in the daytime, and that's where we took the girls, and they didn't know where we were going. We walked in, had a look around with the owner, and then on the way back in the car, Snow said, how many people were with us in the building? And I said, well, just us and Leslie. And she said, no, there was more. So you saw a round-headed soldier, didn't you? And she saw a mummy with a child, and then a teenager in the top bedroom. So I Googled, and she got the round-headed soldier spot on, along with other things. And I was like, wow. Absolutely wow.
And that's where the journey began.
Yeah.
That's where it all began.
I suppose people forget that the occult, like, you know, it's like the supernatural, the occult has got magic in it as well, you know. So how many people take the children to a magic show or watch Penn and Teller on TV, or Keith Barry, which I wouldn't know. But I don't know if you heard of Keith Barry, but we might be watching. Sorry, Keith. But it's people forget about that as well. That there's that kind of way, and then there's church, people taking kids to churches, indoctrinating. I mean, is that putting thoughts in their minds to follow something else? Is that supposedly a good idea to do as well, you know? But Joanne says, Jonathan says, he says, can I just ask how many haunted items have? Well, we'll come to that question probably later, but Joanne says, my family, partner and children wouldn't ever be interested in a ghost hunt with me.
You need to come with us then.
Get them,
Bring your family with us.
Bring your family with us.
I suppose that's the good and the look of it there, that you've got you're all together and you can hit off each other, which is great, you know. And you don't need, you know. Have you got? I suppose that's one question. Have you ever consideration of bringing anybody else maybe on the family? I know you just mentioned a few of your relatives, but your mother.
We work with mediums, haven't we? We work with mediums that we know. We know quite a few paranormal teams around our area, which are the great. Obviously got Ben. We'll give Ben a shout out. He comes and helps us on our events. Amazing lad. He's just come back from Dubai, so look at him. He's a great lad. But we're the close call as a family, aren't we? Because obviously it's not just going out investigating. We probably touch on this later when we talk about the occult room and the artefacts, but our house is very active as well, and we seem to get told all the time that stuff's attached to us as a family. Yeah. So we seem to we get told all the time by mediums, and we've got a really good medium, we know, don't we, Bench? Yeah. She's fantastic, and she's been telling us, we've got quite a few around us. But
we're very well protected as well, and we're supposed to be on this journey. That's what we're told.
So we try and keep it in the family, the core, because we know it's connected.
And also, we trust each other as well. And of course, we trust other people, but we fully trust our family. And that's not to say that we won't do any collabs going forward.
Oh, well, yeah.
But we're under strict contract as well at the minute, so we can't really speak about that.
Yeah, we can.
All right, okay. You're not going to kill me, are you? It's not that kind of contract, is it? But Snow and Pebble, I'll come back to yourselves now. What do you sense, I suppose, is around the house yourselves? I'll come to you first, Pebble, this time. What do you said? Do you sense anything around where you live?
What about your bedroom?
What happened in your bedroom?
So one time, I was just like chilling in my bed, and this is where my bed was like on like the left side, and my Barbie house was there, and then I saw like a tall girl, and she was like trying to pick up a doll.
Right.
And then I told Mummy, and then Mummy told me to move to Snape's room.
Because I needed to get in there to investigate.
Yeah, we needed to set cameras.
I suppose that's the one thing there. I know it's how do you feel, petrified, Pebble, at all? Do you feel scared, or when you see this stuff?
I feel none of them.
No. All right, that's good. Yeah,
You feel amazing.
Feels amazing.
it's good to have you know, adults there, because they can come in and, you know, some adults would say, oh, go back to bed, or, you know, yeah, just sleep with me. But you've got adults there that actually say, right, well, let's go and investigate it. Like,
Yeah, investigate. Yeah, investigate it.
and Snow yourself, then. So what, you know, is there anything that you sense around the house there yourself?
Let's get the list out.
All right.
Jeez.
You start off with that.
The main probably stuff.
Yeah, you've got loads.
Okay, so like I was just randomly. Wait, I was looking up the stairs twice. So once I looked up the stairs and then I saw like a pointy black finger at the top of the stairs. And then the second time I just randomly waved up the stairs. I have no idea why, but it just kind of came out. So then I just saw a person waving at me. Then it came down the stairs.
Okay, that's interesting. It's great how you see the figures and you see the actions of what they're doing. And is it like do they go away after a while? Is it only like a few seconds in time, or is it like, are you in like a sort? Sorry, is it in seconds that you see these apparitions and stuff?
I see them all the time, so I just they just stay there.
Yeah, and are you in a sort of daydream when it happens as well, or that kind of way? You kind of like half in and half out. No, so they come into your space, like, is that right? That's interesting. There, you know, it's how people interpret it there, you know, and it's great to talk about it there. Haley says, hiya. Hi, Haley. How you doing?
Haley.
Oh, hey.
Hi, do you know Haley?
You probably do. Yeah, is it
Harley? Is it Harley?
Harley?
Harley.
Harley,
Okay,
oh,
hi
yeah.
Harley.
That's a cool name. Harley Quinnett. Harley's like Harley Quinn. What I was going to say. So I'm going to show folks there. There's an interview the family did. I don't know. It was on This Morning a few years ago. Would it be?
Oh, this is our first one, so be
This
kind.
is the first time ever, and we look
First
back
one.
at it and we do cringe a little bit, don't we?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it after
My voice and that. It's so echoey.
Were you nervous that morning, Snow and Pebble doing it? No.
Yeah.
It's just like watching TV
Because
because you're on TV.
Because I've never been at that time. I was never on live TV.
Okay.
Like I'm fine with it, like on Zoom, but it's in person that makes your heart go.
Yeah, obviously it would be like. Yeah. So go on, Pebble.
It's like when you like see someone like on television and then you see them in person.
Yeah, it's weird. Isn't
It's
it?
different.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. You're inside the box now.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're inside the box. So I'm just going to show the video now, and I suppose Snow and Pebble, if you've gone away afterwards, there, thank you for joining, and we'll talk to you another
Thank
time.
you.
Bye.
Well, you're more than welcome to stay on if you want.
Do you want to stay on, or do you want to? What do you want to do?
She's just had a birthday. She's got Barbies to play with. She loves her Barbies.
I need to go and try on the clothes too.
I got close to trial. Okay, so I'm just going to show the video. I should have it up here. The This Morning video. I should have it there. Like,
Can I just ask something real quick?
Quickly.
I've been wondering, what country do you live in?
what country? I know because of the accent there. I'm from. I'm living in County Kerry, which is Southwest Ireland, so it's near Cork.
Ireland. No, the UK. It's the UK.
Oh, so in
Yeah.
the
And I can tell by the accent. I used to live in Cheshire, so I wasn't too far away from where you are now. You know. So I don't know if I've got that video. Okay. All right. So I don't have that video. Maybe there's a reason for it, because I don't know if I'll go off air if I play it there or something that'll happen there. But what I'm going to do there, folks, is it's competition time. So I'm going to get. I don't know if people can see this jar here. I'm going to connect. You've been commenting, but usually I get asked for a keyword for people to type in to enter a competition. But those that have commented will actually have seen themselves go into this jar. So I'm going to select a person that has potential to go into our competition. So I'm going to see who the winner is. Oh my God, it's Derek Whelan. Derek, hold on to your horses. Derek is actually part of GhostÉire. I didn't mean to do that, you know. So, Derek, you have an opportunity to go into our Halloween mega draw. Now, I don't know if he wants to forfeit that, Derek. So, what I'll do is I'll take another winner, get another person. Joanne Breen. So, Joanne, from Seekers of the Afterlife, if you stay on board, you have a chance to enter our competition. So I'll probably go on to the next subject now, which is the My Haunted Hotel, which is situated in Cheshire in the UK. Can you tell us, Kymmi, I've got to go with yourself first this time there. Can you tell us a little bit about this building, what it's like, and what's it like getting there and its surroundings?
It is an absolutely beautiful building. I think it goes back to the 1200s.
Yeah, Chester's an old. Yeah.
Yeah, it goes back to the 1200s, and yeah, you go in and it's a working pub, and they do nice food there.
They do.
And the owner, Harry, he's absolutely lovely. He really, really is such a genuine person. We also met Brett Jones as well, and he was really lovely, and he showed us around, and it's a lot bigger than what you actually think it is. There's so many bedrooms, isn't there? And I think it goes up 3 levels.
Yeah.
Right.
But it is a historic building. It's absolutely beautiful. It's kept so lovely, and yeah, you all need to go and check it out.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Like I've been into, like I used to live in around Crewe in Cheshire, in Nantwich, around those locations, and there's places like Alveston Hall, Church's Mansion that look kind of similar to that kind of building there. What's it like? What was the room? What room stuck out for you there? First, go to you, JP.
So you've obviously got the main room. What's the name? Got the doll's name.
Grace.
Well,
It's
Grace.
so bad.
I'm rubbish
names.
name. Sorry. You've got the main room which has Grace and the doll. She's a very well known haunted artifact in there. So she was amazing to actually take the girls in and investigate.
Yeah, we were
another
really
artifact.
privileged, weren't we?
Really privileged. We got. I went with Pebble. Me and Pebble went on our own, and you and Snow went somewhere else. And it's a room that's not seen as much on their actual TV. But when we went to this room, and I can't remember what number it was. The one with the sword. We found the sword.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah. So they found, when they were digging up, they found the sword underneath the floor. And when we were in that room, we got obviously a few cat balls going off and a few equipment. But when we were in there, we heard footsteps behind the door. And we thought it was Kim and Snow, and we opened the door. It's actually on your video.
I was watching it there, yeah, and you could hear the footsteps. I heard you got whistling there as well.
That whistling down the corridor, I had to listen to that back about 100 times.
Because we were the only ones up there.
We were only up there, and
yeah.
the whistle, what you heard, was a proper tune.
Yeah.
And so I'd say that room, me and Pebble got the footsteps behind the door, and being actually there, we opened the door and you couldn't see, there was no one there, and we thought it was you two. So I'd say that room for me.
Yeah, so mine's slightly different. So they have a museum room, and Snow and I were investigating, and I think my phone turned off at this point, and I was so cross because I'm not very technical at all. And we were working with the REM pod, and it kept on going off, and there was no one around it, and it operates via sensors when something walks past it. And that kept on going off. And then Snow said that she saw a lady with like chopped, ragged hair just walking around the corridor where the Grace room was. So that corridor for us was very, very active.
Very active.
And really, really interesting with the Grace room being there.
I would say people do need to go, but I would say every room in there is active. There's something, there's energy, you can feel it when you're there.
You can feel it.
And you mentioned, I know I've seen it there, that they do have cameras there, so that you're being observed all the time there. Do you think that has anything to do with being, you feel like you're being watched, or
I tell you what, it's different because sometimes you have a bit of downtime with the girls in between filming, so you can chill out.
Yeah.
You can't do that when you're getting filmed 24/7.
Or if the girls like answered you back or they've been cocky and you can go, right, you need to sort that out. You can't in there. and we're in there for 4 hours. So so whatever happened in there, they've got us live.
You do ease into it. I can picture guys who just go normal, not the general public who would feel a bit uneasy getting watched all the time. But you do ease into it and you get used to it.
We love being watched, don't we?
But we really like it because there's times where you might hear something and you can just say to the lads, "Can you look back at that for me, please?" And they do. They look back at it and it's brilliant. It's so well documented and you can see stuff.
I suppose that is the plus thing, that you've got your own equipment, your recording equipment there, and you've got the backup of the team of the hotel that can verify stuff. I seen what you do there as well, that you time checked if there was something significant happened, so that they could go back on and see what at that time, which is a very good idea. Did they tell you that personally to do that themselves, or?
When you're there, they set it up. They show you around. They show you the hub room with all the cameras, and they do give you a walkie-talkie, which we keep far away, don't we? Because it sets off the equipment.
Yeah.
And they say if you find something, you can either time check it and then get in touch with them, or you can just go through the walkie-talkie and say, "We've just heard something. Can you check back for us?"
But the scale of the cameras that they've got there, I mean, they've Harry's invested so much money because obviously it's so active and they want to capture true paranormal evidence, and we take our hat off to him, don't we? Because we have a camera, but we only have, well, our CCTV is only 4 cameras, isn't it?
And I think
they've got like over 16 to 24 cameras in there.
I suppose I don't know if that would you say, I'm going to come to that probably question now before I go to it later. Do you think that would hamper like having so many cameras around, say like if you are checking for like the electro field or the electric field or the magnetic field? Do you reckon?
We'll answer that yes. I generally think it can. I think sometimes when you do have the equipment out, like K2 meters or maybe some REM pods can be affected by electric in the wall.
But I think when you're an experienced paranormal investigator, I think when you're having intellectual conversations with the energy, so your equipment as well. But I think that goes for anywhere.
You can investigate any building, any electric can affect. It doesn't even have to be electric though. You could be investigating outdoors and the wind could affect your thing. You can. We always go by. We have a theory called 100% theory. There's nothing in the world you can say to you can argue what's 100% real or wrong, because there's always a side to it where someone can go, no, that's that.
Anyone can debunk anything, can't they? Really.
But there would be electric in the walls. But as you say, if you're seasoned paranormal investigators, you take that into account.
Then the equipment would be going off all the time as well.
Yeah, and some of the evidence they have caught, you can't argue with. It's like, wow.
It's I know, I suppose it's still it's an open field, and I suppose it's kind of good that way, it's not that way that people can have their ideas or suggestions there. If it was 100% concrete on everything we do, then it would probably get a bit boring, so it's like fishing. So I suppose, as you say, it's like fishing. There goes something there. If you keep picking out fish, that's not about it. It's the journey there and just waiting for something to happen there.
And I think you're having your own experience as well. So unless you're there in the moment,
you don't know, do you?
No. Yeah. And it's quick to say. Everyone's got an opinion, haven't they? Sat behind the TV screen. Oh no, that's fake. Blah 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 blah. But how do you know? How do you know? So you have to have your own experience, and even if you capture a full apparition, people still say to this day, "Oh yeah, you better edit it in."
When you get debunked, it's debunking. So, they don't debunk it.
Yeah, you can debunk everything and anything, but we know ourselves as investigators that we're out there to capture the paranormal, and we love doing it. We don't get paid for doing it at all. It's quite an expensive hobby, to be honest with you. but it's out there, and when we do capture something, it's absolutely bloody amazing, isn't it?
It's amazing.
And I suppose I'll come to your questions there soon, there, folks. Derek, Joanne, and Jonathan there. I know this haunted hotel. Do you reckon there's? You don't have to probably answer this, I suppose. But do you reckon there's too much hype with it as well? You know, is it like a product to be sold? I know there's doing another project in America there, probably at the moment. Yeah. But do you reckon, you know, does it serve up to be just? As in, is this hotel worth? Is it worth for me to go there personally myself?
Well, I would say the place is haunted. The place has got energy. People have got to realise as well. The lads have to advertise it. So you have to advertise it. They have to make it a bit showy because they need to get people for the doors. But I'd say, as you say, you just asked yourself, I would recommend you to go from Ireland. Yes, I would. It's a fantastic building. It is active. It has got evidence there. What's really good evidence. The lads are lovely. It's the actual, what's it called when you have the whole, it's the package, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got the whole package. And yeah, they're doing it different from everyone else. And we absolutely respect what they're doing. We might not agree on the Ouija board situation with them, but you can't agree with everything.
Okay. I might touch on you. We'll go to. We'll ask that first. What's the Ouija board situation with yourselves? Did they allow that? Do you allow that there, and do you do it?
So we went to. Well, I'll give you an example. We went live on Wednesday night, and we did the big Ouija board behind us. And we know when me and Kymmi are on it, we aren't going to fake it. We could sit there 3-4 hours, it might not move. But when it moves, it moves.
It glides.
We're not saying it's paranormal, because it might not be paranormal.
We're not saying, so when we work on the boards, we're not saying there is a ghost stood right next to me, a poltergeist, and it's moving the planchette or moving the glass. We're not saying that. We're not saying that couldn't happen either, because
it could, yeah.
There are poltergeists out there, but very, very rare, isn't it? So then there's the ideomotor phenomenon.
Could be us subconsciously moving the thing.
Yeah. Or people are just subconsciously moving it because they want to receive a message from their past loved ones, and rightly so.
But what I'll say is there's an opinion out there at the moment where people are just saying Ouija boards are fake, they're useless. Our opinion, what we like to be a bit of an advocate for Ouija boards and say, give it someone like they're not. For us, they're not fake. It might, as you say, it might not be a poltergeist, it might not be a ghost. It could be us subconsciously doing it through something else. It could be us communicating with it. We don't know what we're communicating with. But
so so it's a neutral tool. It's not an evil tool like Hollywood have made it. So for us, it's a channeling tool, and we connect with the energy, with the consciousness, because we're all connected. We are all connected, and we feel that we are being guided by that consciousness of energy that we've connected with.
So for the example is, we'll just give you a little story quickly. It's not going to be a quick, it's going to be a quick one. So when me and Kymmi are on the Ouija board, because it's like we're related, me and you, we're so connected. We're so connected, it's ridiculous. We're on the board.
People call us brother and sister, but we're not.
Well, that's another day.
Another show.
Edit that out.
Another show, sorry.
But when we run events, we don't run events often, just one a month, don't we, normally? We do this big thing, we call it a Ouija off. We get people around the room on different Ouija boards.
Who have travelled from all over, different groups of people.
What we realised we were able to do, and this is going to sound really weird, we were able to stand there with the different Ouija boards, different places, some people blindfolded, and we were able, sometimes none of them moved, and we were able to walk in and go, move that planchette.
So again, it could be the power of suggestion now. However, this is weird now.
This is weird. So all the planchette starts to move. Right. And we were able to tell them to stop, start, answer intelligent questions.
Again, power of suggestion. However, the next bit is the Ouija boards are moving exactly on the same letters.
And these guys are blindfolded.
Spelling out the same thing.
Yeah.
And people are working with people who they don't even know, because obviously it's an event. And this was at Crew Lyceum this particular time.
Yeah.
And there were 6 different tables, and they were all moving on the same letters. And we've had that so many times before. And when you come together in a room, it's like when you do meditation, the energy is just immense, and you can do so much with meditating with people. But when you're in that room and you're seeing that, you're like, shit, what's going on?
And that's a bit of a study. That's why we're so passionate about the boards, because we've seen it firsthand. We research them. We do loads of research on our events with people doing Ouija boards, where there's something about them. But you can use them as a tool.
They're a long-winded channeling tool.
Yeah.
You know, they're very long-winded. They're cool.
They're good fun.
They're great fun, but it's a long-winded tool.
Yeah, it's great fun. Like yourself said, it's kind of got a stigma in this country, but I suppose in the last recent few years, it's getting more popular with teams there. We do it ourselves, myself and my wife as well there, and exactly what you said there. We don't know if we're unconsciously moving it, or if they're conscious, are they unconsciously making us consciously unconscious doing it? So it's kind of we don't know that if there was any spirit there, or we're connecting with whatever's there that way. Our unconscious is connecting with whatever residual is there. I don't know, but it's definitely, as you said, a tool worth doing there, you know. And as you said, the stigma with Hollywood has put it down there, and it can be a great communication and researching tool. Gary says, "Evening all. Hi Gary, how you doing?"
Hi Gary.
You good?
By the way, from Belfast. Derek says, definitely would love to do an investigation there. Was always interested in there. Yes, it's the, what's the name of the place? It's the Ye Old Head, is it?
Yeah, Ye Old King's Head.
You definitely need to go there. You definitely need to go there. And
When
they
you
look after you really well.
When you look at buildings like that, it gives you the heapy creepies anyway, because you know it's that kind of looking building, a Tudor style building. That it's amazing. Jonathan says, have you ever tried out old equipment like the old tape recorder and Polaroid camera?
We have tape recorders. I'd love a Polaroid camera. We've not got one of them.
No,
they'd be pretty wicked, wouldn't they?
We'll get one of those.
But tape recorders, we always say to our guests when they come on events, we always say to the girls, you have all this fancy equipment, but the best thing sometimes is your voice.
It is your
and
voice.
Getting a recorder.
Yeah. We've got all these lovely gadgets, but again, you know.
You can So your voice and a recorder is usually, you pick
your
up some
voice,
really
your
good stuff.
senses, and if you do have the gift, your eyes, your third eye.
As you said, I suppose going back to the talking board there, you're not saying that you feel a ghost, the Ouija board, sorry folks, that you're not feeling a spirit next to you, but you're actually relating to something that's probably going around you. As you said, the senses, as you said there, like you're feeling maybe stuff around you, like drops in temperature. Would that be true, or being touched?
You link into the field, the information field that is out there that we can't see.
The main thing, what we feel, and when the guests feel as well, they say sometimes it's not moving, so they'll have the hand down and it's not moving, and all of a sudden they'll start going, I'm getting a little buzz. And that's what we get. It's like you kind of get this, I don't know, it's a bit of a weird.
It's like a spark.
It's like a spark in your hand. And I always say to the guests, it's got to move in 3, 2, 1. And it's like, it just moves.
But it glides.
It glides.
So when we have the glass on some of our Ouija boards, when the guests are building the energy up, the glass gets stuck, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is rubbish. And if they do get movement, they're like, how the hell is this gliding? When we were trying to maneuver it, it just was sticking and what have you. So when you get that glide, it's just
something's
amazing.
It's
And we're not saying that happens all the time either.
Joanne says, used the Ouija board a few years ago in Clonard Castle. Interesting responses. Also, Jonathan says, I've done the Ouija board and it was the best thing I have ever done. And of course, I have all of the detection and opening it right and always closing it at the end. That's great there, Jonathan, you do that. And if you feel comfortable with that, do you reckon there's a stigma that is associated with it? Why do we need to cleanse and do that sort of thing?
So we always get asked about how do you close a board, And we always say there's no right or wrong way to close the board. It's your own personal way.
Who's told you how to close it?
There's no rule. There's no rule book of
Yeah.
a Ouija board, is there?
Yeah, you have to have self-belief, and I do a little meditation to myself on how I'm feeling at the time, and it might not work.
It might, and
It might not work.
we open the board by just building the energy with a bit of circles, and then asking the energy around, whoever's around, just showing them where yes and no is, and the numbers and goodbye. But like I say, that's our way we do it. But someone else could completely do it differently.
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong. And cleansing boards, can we really cleanse stuff? Do you know, it's
So we don't cleanse our boards.
yeah, we don't cleanse that.
Yeah, we don't.
No, because at the end of the day, God help them if they're living in with you. Like, you know, I got children myself. If I got any attachments, God help them.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm too busy for all that, you know. But I know it's just the word cleanse, and it's all the rage now at the moment, saging and all that, you know, and using different kind of stuff. I was told then as well, actually invoke the black light, which is also something that I suppose would go back to, I suppose, with the white light. I don't know, supremacy and all that, you know, use the white light. Why is it always white? Everything that's bad in English language is connected with black, like black magic, blackmail, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if that's to do with race and all that kind of stuff there. But the word cleansing, I'd be same as yourself. So why do we need to cleanse? And that automatically brings the negative thought that whatever you do and it's bad, you know. Yeah, but it's Jonathan says, yeah, I agree.
Thanks, Jonathan.
No worries, Jonathan. At least somebody agrees with us. Bridget says, evening all. Hi, Bridget. How you doing? Hope you're keeping well there, Bridget. So, yes, another question, I suppose. I think Joanne mentioned it there. Going back to the building now, I'm just going to show the building again there. What would you say was the most spookiest room yourself there, Kymmi?
I know which one you're going to say.
I don't really get spooked out, Anthony, but you put me on the spot here. I think it's the corridor near Grace's room is probably the most active for me, and because obviously Snow saw the energy of the lady there. But it doesn't really scare me.
There's not many buildings that scales, is there?
Yeah,
You don't really get scared.
I just want to go back again because we need to do part 2 of our investigation.
I would say they've made a room which, when you walk into it, you do feel uneasy and that, but it's because, as you know what I'm saying, Colin, it's the mirror room.
Yeah, I saw that.
They put mirrors from one side of the room to the other side, so it could be, do you know that the effect? However, people do say if you put a mirror on one side, another mirror on the other side,
it opens a
portal.
I mean, Snow didn't like that room.
No?
She didn't like that room, and she doesn't say that often at all.
We got some really good responses.
Was that the growl room?
Yeah,
that was the growl
we got some really good
room.
responses in there.
Yeah, where she said someone just breathed on my neck or something.
And the ball went up.
But yeah, she didn't like that room.
Yeah.
I saw that there, and how do you feel like, say, going back, I'll go to your questions again there, folks. But personally yourselves, how do you feel like the development of the girls? Do you reckon obviously they've got the potential to be stars in this sort of field? Do you reckon? Would you like that? Is it a possibility of that?
I think it's their choice.
Yeah.
If they don't want to investigate anymore, they don't have to.
It's up to them.
At all. But they love it at the minute. That might change in the next couple of months, mightn't it?
What's happened with us? Obviously, we just thought Snow had imaginary friends, and Pebble
when she was little,
That's what we thought.
Snow would come into me regularly and say, "Oh, I've seen so and so in my room, and there was a man in my room." And yeah, with me being a psychotherapist, that sounds awful, psychotherapist. I just put it down to the chemicals of in her brain, and
But what's happened as a family since we've been on this journey? We've all realised. So obviously the girls can see. We start to develop. You start to develop as a family. It's dead weird. You all come together, and it's like you all start picking up these gifts which you didn't realise you had. You start to develop, and we'll all be sitting in the living room watching Britain's Got Talent, and then we'll just go, "Did you hear that? A door will open upstairs." Or I heard, what did me and Snow heard the other day? A laugh. We had a little girl's laugh. And we're
Right.
like, what the hell? What? Did you hear that?
I mean, I'm opening up with my senses. I can feel when energy's around. So an example was, as soon as JP goes to bed, when his head hits the pillow, you're out for the count, aren't you? So I'll do a little bit of reading. And this was only probably about a month and a half ago, where I felt that there was a presence in the room, and I carried on reading, and then I felt it again. So I put down what I was reading, and I just said, right, if you want to communicate with me, I'm going to go to sleep now. Come to me in my dream. And so anyway, so that was that. And then Snow came into me at about 3:45 that morning, and she said, Mummy, she said, there's a lady that's just been in my room. And so the same evening that happened, and I was like, I'm sensing.
So
we've
stuff. Kind of found out who this lady is a little bit. So we mentioned, we say she's a friend now, haven't we?
Yeah.
A medium. She come to one of our events, and she was quite a quiet lady, and I love that when mediums are quiet, because you know it's kind of real.
Yeah.
You know, like in
Yeah,
the
she
corner,
doesn't like to be vocal about her gift.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't know she had a gift.
So she pulled us to the side, didn't she?
Yeah.
We didn't know she had this gift, and she went, there's a woman actually attached to both of us together, and she looks after us both. She's holding a baby, so we don't know who that baby is, but she's around, isn't she? So we reckon it's this woman.
Yeah, sorry now, Jesus, my cat started to cause stuff to happen there. Like, but as you said that, it's great to have that kind of thing. I think Mary's going to be up in this conversation there as well. She's saying, if you make children comfortable with their gifts and talk openly about it, it's healthy. My daughter has been seeing things since she was very small. She's 24 years old now and still sees spirits. And I think I know it's her birthday today. Shannon is her name there. So happy birthday, Mary, and I hope she's having a great day there as well. But yes, it's great to have. I forgot to mention it as well. It's both of you as well. How you've opened up to it there is amazing there, you know. And there's not many parents that would open up to that sort of kind of thing there as well. Joanne says children are extremely sensitive to spirit, probably their innocent minds there.
Yeah, and another theory behind it as well, through mediums who we've spoken to, gifted people. Children apparently haven't been far over the veil,
Just come out
so they've reincarnated again. So that is another theory that people have, and past lives and what have you. And we were only talking to the lovely gifted Julia when we were on New Orleans radio, and they said the tone of Snow's voice, they knew that she was an old soul. She's been around before, and we find that really interesting.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
That is very interesting. Now, maybe this could be some sort of test done with that as well, you know, to see what kind of pitch she goes into when she's coming in and out as well, you know, when she's doing the investigations. Now, going back to that building then as well, it's probably what the last question of the building there. Is there anything, I know there's probably things that are spiritual with the place, but is there anything that is explainable there that you could say, right, yeah, that's what's causing that at that building there, you know? Say is there not much of traffic around it? Is it noisy? That kind of thing?
So, obviously, Chester is a lovely city, a big city, and people go out partying at night time, and obviously the bar is open. There's cars around, so you can hear that sometimes, can't you?
Yeah, but I think if you're doing an investigation through the night, obviously the bar closes, so you're going to get that no noise pollution at that time.
Yeah, I'd say anything. The stuff they've caught is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely
fantastic. And yeah, you can't really.
Starting out, bloody cat. Yeah, so yeah, it's a place that would probably be interested, and many folks there, if you're interested, just there is it's My Haunted Hotel, is it? There's a page to it. Okay, there. What I'm going to go do I just got to get the cat out there. Just 1 second there. I don't know. Just wait, I'm going to shout my missus there 1 second. I just tone my voice down there. Sorry, 1 second there.
Follow My Haunted Hotel, follow My Haunted Project, and their new one in the USA, My Haunted Manor, and My Haunted Mansion now as well.
Which is now in Wellington.
Yeah, give them a follow. And again, they're in this because they love it, and they're really lovely people.
Yeah, Gary, the cat wants to get involved there as well. Sorry, no, folks, these things happen there, you know. But come to the competition time now. So we've got this competition where you have a chance to go into a Halloween mega draw, folks. And I don't know if many of you know it there. There's a little jar that's towards the left of me. If you commented on the show, you would have gone into this little jar, and apparently there Derek is in it. Possibility that he could be in the Halloween mega draw, and also you, Joanne. So in the meantime, I want you, Derek, and yourself, Joanne, to give me a colour. And what we've got here is, I'll just show you, is a doorway. It's the passive monk. He's going to come out of one of those doorways, either the green, the red, the blue, or the orange. Derek and Joanne, if you can pick one of those colours, just pick one of those colours and see if the passive monk comes out of there. Now, passive monk is Derek, but he doesn't know which colour doorway is coming out with. Earlier, Snow and Pebble picked their colours. Snow picked blue and Pebble picked green. Yourself, Kymmi and JP, you have a choice as well. Which one do you want, JP?
Oh, you go first.
Well, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm going to go for red.
So you're going to go for blue for Everton.
Oh, hey, go stay. Whoa. I'm going. That's it.
And Kymmi, what are you going for?
Well, I was going to go for red as well for the devil, but yeah, I'll go for red as well.
Red as well. And Derek's picked blue. Okay, Derek for blue, and Joanne has picked green. For Joanne is green. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're going to go on to the next subject there, folks. We're going to reveal where that monk is going to come out at the end of the show there. The last subject we're going to be talking about there, folks, God, the time's gone quickly there, is going to be the occult room artifacts. You're currently in that room now, are you, JP?
We are, yeah. Right, so we're at the back. It's all behind the camera.
I'm going to put a solo on you there so that you can see you more clearly. This probably look better there, you know, and people can hopefully can still hear me there, you know. But can you tell us what the occult room is first?
So the occult room, we started collecting haunted artefacts, didn't we? About just under 2 years ago. And then when we moved into our new house, we had that many. We decided we needed to convert one of our rooms.
Well, Snow was seeing so much energy, wasn't she? So we thought, right, we'll try and see if we can contain it.
It didn't happen.
Because obviously we were new to this at the time. So we thought, we'll try and contain the energy. And we have this room for our paranormal research and a place to get away from the kids.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Sometimes we might go have a little drink.
So we go live quite a bit, don't we? We go live quite a bit, about 3 times a week with people, and people come on and investigate with us. And yeah, because we've been doing it for quite a bit regularly now, haven't we? We're getting some good evidence. Really good evidence.
And what I was going to say there. Can you tell us then? Sorry, I don't know if you can see me over this side.
Yeah, we can see you.
Are the items haunted?
So we've got how many items have we got? We've got
1, 2, 3, 4.
We've got 11.
Yeah.
11 items.
Yeah.
We've got one on the way as well, haven't we?
One on the way.
From the US. So I'm going to say that we have action from 5 actually. We've got more. Probably about 5 items we see a lot of action from.
We've got one doll called Rebecca who has come a bit popular at the moment because she went on a live with another team, didn't she? Got quite a lot of followers, and she's actually going off now. The K2 is actually going off next to her when we're talking about her. She's very active. We've got the haunted prom dress behind us. It was unfortunately a young girl wore that dress and passed away in the dress. It went to a charity shop in America, and stuff happened.
And it claimed that there was stones that would just be thrown out of nowhere. We've not experienced that yet. We haven't experienced that yet. We'd love to experience that, but we've not.
The funny thing about that story, when we got given the dress, we got told not to put it on a mannequin because it doesn't like to be put on a mannequin. She bought a mannequin and stuck it on a mannequin.
I want some action.
But we've got loads. We've got S for our doll in the back. We've got a few dolls. We've got a crying boy picture. Sitting right here, you can't see it on camera, is behind a curtain is actually a mirror, which comes from the haunted hell house in Middlesbrough.
Okay.
In that actual, it's actually supposed to be a portal, isn't it? So
yeah.
And people have become ill when they've looked into it, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, when we first collected the item, we didn't cover it, did we? I was like, oh, it's a mirror, you know, but we're going to do some research on it. And this was in the early days, really, wasn't it? And yeah, looked into it, and we went home, and the next morning, I don't know if this was coincidence, but my eye literally flared up. I looked like Quasimodo, and yeah, you couldn't recognise me, could you?
No,
at all.
I was like, who's this?
And then the same day, you were throwing up.
I'm never ill. Yeah, never ill. So I've not looked in it since. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest, because we started this journey just under 2 years ago. If you asked me 2 years ago and you asked me if a doll or some painting was haunted, I'd kind of go, I don't think so. But I challenge anyone to come to the occult room and have a go. Yeah.
Is there anything, I'll go to each one of you. Kymmi, is there one particular thing that, what's the most peculiar kind of thing that you sense with, what peculiar object do you have there? What's the one that stands out for you the most?
Well, all of our objects are peculiar, aren't they? So the most active at this moment in time is Rebecca. I was absolutely drawn to her. She comes with a colouring book, and we've got on video from the museum that she used to live in. This is another place in America, isn't it? And we have the colouring book in action, as if someone's going through the colouring book. Right. And so I was drawn to Rebecca. We've also got a Tamagotchi, which was from apparently a mass possession incident in Japan, and we have the papers to go with that as well. So I'm drawn to Rebecca, and I'm drawn to the Tamagotchi. The Tamagotchi, when we do research on that specific item, we always get Gatekeeper coming through.
Always, yeah.
With that,
always come through.
But we have another item coming, which I have. Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I needed to have that.
You can't do that.
So yeah, with a lot of research, and you have to be really particular from where you source these items, because so some of the items get sent to us. We've had items sent to us that we don't have anything, no activity from. Other items that have been sent to us, like Emily doll, that's just sat behind me, we get action from her. But yeah, I'm not going to say that every item that we have sent to us is haunted.
Mine's this one.
Oh, is that the do books box?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never actually.
I just got to solo you on. So this is. You tell us a bit about this there, JP.
Yes, this is for a birthday present.
Oh, great. There's a cake on top of it there.
Yeah, so I was like, I just woke up one morning, she said, I've got your birthday present on my birthday. I opened it, it was a divot box. So this has come from, we actually don't know what...
No, I'm not, I can't tell you where it's come from.
She won't tell where it's come from.
Because I will get done.
She got a bit of a naughty way.
Oh, yeah.
But it's bound in rope and sealed in wax, and it has actually got some stuff in it. The whole story behind divot boxes are they're supposed to have like evil stuff, what I put into it, burn, and then bound so you can't release. We've been told we've had actually a few mediums who've told us the same thing, which is pretty cool about it. It's got two energies attached to this box. one energy comes out and plays is quite playful, but there's another energy in there what pulls that playful energy back in. And we've been told if that energy gets out, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
But we want to open it.
We want to open it, but yeah.
You actually said on an event, didn't you?
I was stupid, right? So we were at an event and the Dybbuk was around and we had a Ouija board out. And the guests were on a Ouija board and I said, turned out to the Dybbuk and said, if you tell me your first letter of your name, I will open you without permission of Kim.
I was in the auditorium at this time.
She was fuming. I kid you not, the actual board flew to, I think it was W.
Okay.
So, yeah.
It's well, probably one question. I'll come to everyone else's questions soon and points of view there. But I was going to say that, do you feel that there are people, you collect them yourself and then people give them to you there, trying to get rid of them? Do you feel that you have the capability to control whatever is in that room? Or
Yeah, I mean, they're scared of us.
yes.
Like when we explained before about saying we've been told that we've got this woman who's not attached to one of us, but because we're together, we've got a woman who's just attached to us, who's just in between me and Kim. Apparently, she walks between us to make sure we're okay. I don't know if it's false confidence or stuff like that, but as we've been going through this journey, the confidence has been growing and growing and growing. And even when we go on our own investigations, whatever comes in front of us, I feel like we can deal with it. I feel like we've got something with us that will help us, guide us, and go, no, we're stronger. Yeah. We can. I don't. It's something with. We feel like we've got this.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure there's darker energy out there that we're going to come across one day, and we're going to go, whoa, okay, we need to kind of relook at.
It's going to laugh at us. Yeah, laugh at us.
But until then, bring it on.
Yeah, I suppose it's interesting going back to that kind of thing. Dark energy, is it bad? Like, is it good? Like, as I said before, like as was told by the witch, it was to burn a black flame, if a candle, if you want to get loads of positive activity happening there. But so can you tell us? Can anyone visit this house? Do you need this room in yours? Can we book a school day tour or?
So at the moment, we do it for personal stuff, but we have had a lot of people asking, a lot of people asking to come over, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
We are starting to speak to a few, paranormal teams around the UK. Welcome and invest. And obviously, we'll always say, by all means, come. We're not hiding anything. We don't. When we do videos, it's what we've caught. So there's no fakery here. So if you come,
we have, haven't we? We've said to some people that are on TV as well, please come and
by all means,
investigate our house. Yeah. We're very, very open. Again, obviously, we do want privacy as well, don't we?
Yeah, it's your house at the end of the day.
So you do have to be mindful of that, and who's coming as well, because you could get some real crazy people.
But we do say to people, because obviously we put videos out of the house and the occult room and. You know what the paranormal was like, or what you get people say, oh, you're faking it, you did. But so we just say, by all means, you can come and investigate the house, and but we can't promise you.
It's like you said, you've only just newly been there. Now the building is old itself, apart from, did you say it was?
They built our house.
Yeah.
It's not even 2 years old.
So 2 years up, yeah.
So we've been told that the land that it's on is quite active. Again, we've had gifted people say to us on our lives, there's a lot of energy around there and it's from the land.
But the neighbours don't get activity, which is weird. Yeah. So
but maybe they were higher up. That you're on a mound or you're in a dip.
I don't know.
So whatever was there before on the land was probably higher or lower. I don't know. But what I was going to say there is anything. There's a few questions coming in, but I just want to put this other one forward. There is there anything there, because it's going to build up. I suppose about stuff that people are going to give you or get rid of. Is there anything there that you feel, might need going out now? It's done its whack, or it's there's no feeling to it. And I'm just thinking the opposite way. Is there anything there?
We've got. Shall I even get it?
We've
got this roly-poly that was sent to us from Florida.
So the roly-poly was said a man woke up in the middle of the night and heard this roly-poly toy going, but when he went down, he wasn't just setting off, the actual ball was rolling on its own and moving like someone was touching it and throwing it around. Since we've had it, it's not really done much.
Unfortunately, it's been a bit disappointing, to be honest.
Not done much.
But we took it, didn't we? Because it was different and we've not seen anything like it. But no, we've not had anything from this at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
So do you reckon there could be a period where it's gone dormant, like you say, like a volcano,
Absolutely.
and it could be something like that?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's a possibility? Or
I would say, yes, I would say we've not paid it much attention because other artefacts have become a bit more active. So maybe, as you say, it's gone dormant because we've not given it attention. And we do see that, don't we?
Yeah.
When you don't give them attention, they just disappear.
Yeah, and like, so if Snow is seeing energy around the house, the energy will come all at once, or we might not get any energy for a month and a half of her actually visually seeing an apparition. So yeah, we have noticed that, haven't we?
It comes and goes.
And we've also noticed, well, when we put specific items behind glass or behind perspex, it's more subtle.
Okay.
As well, that's what we've researched.
Right.
So, but again, we're not experts, are we?
No,
we're learning. No one's an expert in this field.
It's interesting. Yeah, you mentioned the materials like perspex and glass. It's all see-through, but it's all closed off. Maybe it's just sound vibration. People would say spiritual vibration. I don't know myself. There, I'll come to people's questions now because there's a lot of people that are putting their opinions and questions there. Yes, going back to the dress, going from one of Joanne's questions, it says, do you think someone should wear this dress? You might get some EVPs. Do you reckon?
That's an interesting prospect.
You know what? I have wanted to try it on, but I've been eating
cakes.
too many cakes, to be honest, so I might have to trim down to get in there.
Yes.
JP, would you put it on?
I'll do anything for paranormal.
Yes, you never know. You'll get some voices coming in there. Joanne says also, do you ever get activity when you're just doing normal things, eating dinner, doing the laundry?
Yeah, we watch when we're watching TV, we heard doors upstairs open and closing. When we do normal stuff, you feel stuff.
Yeah, I went in the shower and no one was in the house, and just enjoying myself in the shower, and the door handle went up and down. Okay. So I grabbed my towel and I was thinking, oh, have they come back in the house? And I opened the door and there was no one there, so I was like, yes. So I got my phone and I positioned it and it didn't happen again. So that was really cool.
There's a great video of Pebble's room, and Pebble's just sitting there playing up with the Barbies, and behind her the big Barbie dream house. The actual thing just flies off, and it can't be her. She's nowhere near it. And we've got a box that just rolls. Yeah, it just happens in normal life.
We have a little coffin box that we bought the girls. I think it was a nightmare before Christmas, and it had like a little cup in, what have you. Now Pebble puts her Barbie dolls in it, and she had it on the window, and basically she was on her iPad and she shouted, "Mummy, Prince Jay, the coffin box has just flung off into the middle of the room." Wow. And we were like, oh, let's go and get the camera out. So we set the camera out and we were going out, and that's when we had a lot of action, and that's where the toy roll happened, didn't it? So we come back in from the shops, Kim went up and went, oh my God, there's a toy in the middle of the room. I was like, how's that gone? So we found out where it was, and this toy was usually lodged in the wardrobe, so it couldn't come out. And on the video, all you can hear is like scuttling, like someone's moved thing, and then the toy just rolls across the room. Wow. And no one's in the house. Yeah. But obviously the teddy bear box was in the bloody way, wasn't it? And we were amateur at the time because we only had 2 iPads. Yeah. And we were like, oh, the debunkers are going to say that one of the girls was like behind the... But we know this, and that's all that matters to us, isn't it? And we tried to redo the role, didn't we, about 100 times to get it to where it had rolled, and we just couldn't do it. And yeah, but we knew that it was paranormal.
Yeah, no, people do have experience that with stuff happening, especially with the children as well. Like even going out doing day stuff. I remember just going to there's a jail, Cork jail. Me and my wife and the kids visited there, and I remember we were giving out to the kids were a bit too noisy, so I went, "Be quiet, kids," and then all I heard was "shh." I was like, "Did you do that?" I didn't do that. I didn't do that, you know. And the kids weren't doing that. The kids were like, you know, but you know, it's those little situations. Even at home, there we've experienced peculiar stuff happening at peculiar time. And I don't know if it's probably when we're, I don't know, even daydreaming or doing the natural stuff, or actually doing stuff like whistling or singing. We might be recreating what a spirit is unconsciously bringing into us there. I don't know. Is that channeling as well?
Yeah.
But a few more questions there. Gary says, Anto, Derek, definitely worth a visit at some stage. Yeah, I think we're on about, so that's something else there. But it says she loves the haunted dolls. No, Joanne says she loves the haunted dolls. Also, so I know, Jonathan says, as far as I know, there are only 10 boxes in the world. Is that true? Is that to do with the...
We were on a live. I was on a live the other night when we were talking about the boxes, and someone said there's only one in the world. So it's,
we don't know.
So I was thinking, have I got the only one? Is she bought the only one in the world? But
who's told them all? Yeah.
There's obviously there's people selling them on the internet, which are fakes. Quite obviously there is. Yeah, we don't know how many boxes there's. We honestly don't know.
It's a Jewish artifact, is it?
Mythology,
yeah.
Jewish mythology.
It's supposed to be buried 6 feet underground as well. That's what happens to them. So they get bound, waxed, and then get buried, so no one can get them. But yeah, I've heard one box. I've heard 10 boxes. I've heard 50. I don't think anyone really knows. And
no.
So
yeah,
it's interesting.
And that's why we love it, because no one does know. But from the particular Mr. Dybbuk, we call him.
Mr. Dybbuk.
It's always negative, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's never anything positive that comes from that. Nothing demonic.
But just
it's just negative.
Yeah, nice man.
And Joanne says, myself and Bridget will be in touch with moderately sane. Derek says, or sometimes it might be just lost. It's in a different house and might be shy or lost. Joanne says, make the ghost useful and scrub your back.
Love that.
Head and shoulders. Head and shoulders. I suppose only you would. I would say that they're like, you know, that's great. You go out and you find out there's no one there. You know? Yes. I'd be like, what? You know, maybe they'd want to queue. Maybe they want to wash themselves as well. The shower.
Yeah, get out of the shower. It's been too long.
But what I was going to say there. So yes, going back to the box and all that there, you know, and saying the peculiar stuff there, you know. Would you you're going to stay in the building? As in, have you got any ideas to say if you were to sell the house tomorrow or live out there? Would you advise whoever's going in there what you've been doing in there, or what's been in there?
Yeah, well, we're still trying to work out if the actual activity is either attached to the house or us as people.
Yeah.
We're not too sure. Yeah, we don't know.
I think it's right to disclose to people that we have an occult room if we were ever going to sell it. I know they have to in America, don't they?
I'll be honest with you, I feel sorry for them because all the walls are black.
Yeah, I know.
So trying to paint this would be a nightmare.
But I suppose black is a good colour. It keeps the heat in. You know, people forget about that. You know, it attracts the heat, like, you know.
Especially with the energy prices.
Hopefully we're in a stage one where you don't have to sell the house. And you know what I mean? You can kind of keep the house as a bit of a research house.
Yeah, there was a member of the family on my side there, you know, and we've just moved out the house, their house. We've just moved ourselves there, and we were living in that house there, you know, and we just were on about maybe we just had the same idea as yourselves. What you're doing was have it as a research house. Now there's no history. It's a kind of 1970s building. It's a cottage house there, you know. But it'd be a great idea. There's only 3 bedrooms there, you know. So, but it would be a great idea just to give it out to paranormal investigators to do their own seances and stuff like that, you know. She said the person that owned the house said no, just rent it out normally, you know. Like, but it's a great idea what you're doing there, you know, and there's a lot of people that appreciate that, and more. It's great that you're welcoming to people to come and to your house. I know you said about the objects that are sent out to you there. Do you know? Is it? Do you be worried about what's in them, as in chemical wise, or you know, stuff like that? Is that kind of?
Yeah, I'll let JP handle it first.
I always open it first, you know, just in case.
Yeah.
so I get poisoned first. You know, it comes in because I think you worry about this sometimes, don't you, as well? You're not worried, but it's obviously when your name gets a bit more known and people start knowing you do get the die-hard people who think, no, what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah.
So you do think sometimes.
But that's open-minded.
Yeah, what happens if someone does decide just to like post something through our letterbox, you know? But I don't think
something will bite back at them.
Something will bite back at them, yeah.
But I was going to say that
you can't live your life in fear, and you know, this is not something that I would have put my name to 18 months ago at all. You know, people do think we're absolutely crazy, and I'm a therapist by profession, you know. I'm looking after people's mental health. So yeah, it's
but
isn't it?
as I said there, you're more open to it there. You probably listen to people that you're more sympathetic there. And I know there's times to be like your children, they're very, as I said, mature. There's no, like, you don't see them jumping around the place when they're at these locations there. And it's a great family thing to do then as well, you know, that you spend your time all together there, you know. Joanne says, be mindful that a person visiting with bad vibes can leave negative energies in your home. I totally agree with all that they said, but with what we said there, Kymmi. Jonathan is agreeing with that as well, with both of you there, JP and Kymmi. Can you tell us what have you got lined up in the future yourselves, in the near future?
Oh, so we've got a busy, well, because we're on half term now in school. So we've got an event at Four Crosses with a few lovely people, haven't we, on Sunday. We've got, me and Kim are going on a date night, but our date nights consist of ghost hunting. So we're going,
He knows how to treat me.
I know how to treat her. She's a lucky lady. So we're going to Stratford upon Haven. Is it Haven?
Avon.
Avon.
That's right.
Even to the Tudor Museum. We've been there with the girls because we released a video, but it started to we felt a shift in the energy, so it got a bit darker. So me and Kim turned around and went,
we closed it down.
Closed it down with the girls and went, we're going to go back ourselves.
Yeah.
So we've got go on, sorry.
Yeah, I was actually going to say that. There is there going to be a situation where you might feel like it was like they can't carry on investigating that, you're going to have to take the girls out. There might be something that might do that. And are you prepared for that?
Yeah, we did that at Tudor Museum. We got some good activity at Tudor Museum, but then you kind of felt a shift in the energy. And we were like, right, let's just knock this on the head a little bit, because it did. Yeah. We
both felt it.
We felt it.
And it's an unexplainable feeling, isn't it? It was like the air was denser and we just said we need to stop now and safeguard the girls, and we're going to go back.
So we went back home, booked it straight away for me and Kim. So we're there, and then we've got a few lined up with the girls, and then me and you in August. Have you heard of 30 East Drive?
I've not been to, but there's a few teams that I know have been to there recently. There.
So me and Kim have got that to ourselves for a whole night.
Cool. Romantic night.
Another night, you see, not one boy.
But I've seen one of those. There's Paragirls there recently. There's a team in Ireland, Paragirls that are, and the girls were over there recently. 30 East Drive, and there's 3 bedrooms there. I think there's one. They got different names. There's one with Minnie Mouse. I think there's one there. Yeah. And they put out which room would you sleep in, and that was the room I would like to sleep in, because it was, If it's got a bath, even great. If the house, I'd go there for a bath because I love baths. I only have showers. But if it's got a bath, yeah. If it's haunted, yeah, cool. But anyway, I've gone right off the subject. But apart from that, what else are you be planning on doing?
God, we've got a bit of... We're busy, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're really busy. We're busy, but we can't talk about.
We've got
no
one,
worries.
yeah, we've got one thing we can't talk about yet. We're contracted
Okay.
on that, so that's going to be big. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
So where can people find you? That's where can people find you?
So we do this, or?
You like doing this.
Well, yeah.
You
So
like
we are on obviously Facebook. This live now on our Facebook as well. So Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. YouTube's just started. It's very small at the moment, but we're trying to grow it. Yeah. All under the Occult Family.
Brilliant, thanks. I just go to for Bridget says 30 Strive is on my list. That says Bridget there for Seekers of the Afterlife, and Joanne for the same team says I love to visit York, supposed to be very active. You've been to York?
We've been to York on a few. We've been on a date night to York. Yeah, no, York's brilliant. York's a really historic place.
Yeah. Reputed the most haunted city, is it, in England?
Supposedly, yeah. We went to dungeons, didn't we?
Yeah.
We went to the dungeons. Didn't investigate. We just went, for a few nights without the girls. But yeah, it was still surrounded by all the original walls. Because it's walled in. It's a walled-in city.
Yeah.
Beautiful place, isn't
beautiful,
it?
Yeah.
I mean, we'd like to investigate in the cathedral, but I think we'd probably get.
I don't think they'll let us do that.
You just never know what could happen. You never know what could happen. It could be apocalypse, and you'll be the only two last people. You got that chance, but you don't know who's going to come in spiritually, but whatever. And so we're going to do the competition. We're going to check out JP. You picked red. Kymmi, you picked red. Snow, you picked blue, and Pebble picked green. And Derek, you picked blue, and Joanne picked green. So we're going to see. Here we go. Which door the passive monk comes out of. So let's see it there. There he is. He's just come out there, It took his time. So that was the blue door. The blue door, the passive monk came out of. So Derek, which was you actually dressed in the monk's costume from GhostÉire, you guessed it right. There's no trickery in that now. There's no trickery in that. That's not fake anyway. There's no trickery in that. And Snow got it right as well. So both of you are in the Halloween mega draw coming up towards Halloween there. I am old, says Derek. Yeah, you are. You have gone old. You look good there, though. Jonathan says, thank you. Really enjoyed tonight there. So, folks, I'm just going to say on the next show, we have Stephen Young, and he's going to be talking about near-death experiences, also purgatory and the ethereal regions. So we're going to be talking about those few subjects as well. It's been totally enjoyable talking to you, JP and Kymmi, and Snow and Pebble. Give them our love, and thank you all the love from us there. And it's been much appreciated. You spend your time the weekend, and I hope you success in the future in whatever you're doing. And if you're ever over here, let us know.
Definitely.
And if me and the wife want a weekend away, we know where to go.
Yeah.
Where you are now, in that room.
No, thank you. Well,
thank you so much for having us.
Mary says, thank you, great show, love the Occult Family. Yes, so give the Occult Family a like. You can check. You got a website as well, isn't it?
theoccultfamily.com.
The Occult Family. Yeah, you'll see the what the family do, and also what they've been up to in the past. So you'll see the This Morning interview as well there as well. Thank you, folks. I won't see you next time. I'll see you in the near distance. Goodbye for now.
Bye.
must press stop, should I? And we're